Hello. Oh no, I'm tiny. Hello. Hang on, let me adjust this. Why am I tiny? Oh, now it's too big. Close enough? Close enough, I guess. There we go. Tough fit. And thank you for the sub 36 months. Let's go. Hello, Beoblan. Hello. How's it going? I'm still very much sick. So we will probably end up basically just doing this game, the end of the game, and then we'll see where I'm feeling, but I'm leaning towards it'll just be a very short stream. I actually managed to get a little bit of sleep last night, surprisingly, but it was not enough to make up for the fact that I haven't really slept at all in like a week. So I am so horribly worn out. I'm so tired. Let me get this open real quick. But yeah, I'm basically having to tough it out and just hope everything resolves itself. Which is really frustrating. But also that kind of, I mean, it makes sense for like stomach, abdomen related issues where, you know, there is no real answer for any of that stuff in the first place. Of all your fellows, the third oldest, nice. Can't believe it's been 3 years. You have nothing better to do in your life. What, you graduated college and you got a job in the time that you've been subscribed. So, you know what? You did do things. Things happened. You achieved things. And you moved to a new place. You got your own place. You've been doing stuff. Hang on. Where? There we go. Whoa, now I'm all the way over here. What is happening? Why is everything all off? I didn't change anything. Is it moved? Hang on. Doesn't look like it got moved. Why am I moved? There we go. There we go. Okay, I think that's probably the best we can do is... Oh, I didn't open up tits yet. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I think we're okay there. I don't remember what we were doing, by the way. I don't remember where we left off last time. I'm also going to be probably needing a lot of guidance, considering how, like, semi-conscious I am. like 30% awake. And I can't have caffeine. Oh, that's right. Yeah, everything was, like, warping into each other and, like, getting all corrupted. Remember, we had the ability to jump profiles. But I don't remember what I was working on. Missing its wheel. We don't have any inventory items. I did the thing with this, like transferred an item across stuff. There's the Inanna thing. We read this, I believe. Burn it all magic word. Do I... hang on. Inanna? Oh, there we go. Inanna, you pronounce the correct word, yet the fire burns nothing. You stare at the painting again. You ponder how on cling to the past can cause so much harm, and how sometimes it's better to just burn it all. The chess puzzle. That's right. Okay, well, I feel like I was in the right way. Did I need to put something in here? Is that what that was? Because it lit that on fire. All right, where was the chess puzzle then? Admin. Right. So... Oh, right, yeah, we're placing the pieces. I love this. I'm gonna be so fucking dead for the entirety of this. Okay. So... King must be perpendicularly adjacent to the white knight. Black knight can't be... Which ones? We have the black knight. We determined I can't move these, right? Like, these ones stay here. Bring up 8. Can I not? Oh, because I have to order them via name. Oh, right. Okay. So... I wish there was, like, shapes. Well, there's this, I guess, but it doesn't get very big. So that doesn't really help, unfortunately. It's a 3x3. There we go. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So we have black knight here. Yep, that's definitely not. That doesn't look like a knight, but sure. Honestly, I should just do like letters or something like that. That'd probably make that a way easier. I want a text tool in Paint. Developers, please update game to have a text tool. Okay, we'll just call it BK. Black Knight. Excuse me. BP for Black Pawn. And BB for Black Bishop. Okay, bless you, thank you. I don't need any more things happening to my body right now. Okay, so each king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white knight. So we don't have any black... Okay, these are associated with these, by the way. Yeah. So theoretically I should, or it's possible I may need to move these. So I shouldn't get too hooked on where these are located right now. I should love chess from all day to every day to adore. I know how to play chess, and that is the extent of that. Each king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white knight. The black knight can't be... It says each king, but I only have one king. So there is no each king. Oh no, that's not a bishop, that's a king over there. Oh, I don't know why I thought that was a bishop. Okay, well in that case... Oh, this sucks. KN for knight. BK for king. Also, man, you know what sucks? You know what sucks? I had like a Sunday after we did movie night and everything. I ended up having like a straight up panic attack that night, and not like one of those like not one of the ones where like you like actually like build it up yourself because you're panicking. It was one of those just like it just gets triggered out of nowhere kind of things. Which makes it really annoying because now that means officially every single time in my life I've ever had a panic attack, it was due to stomach issues. There must be something in my brain that just gets triggered whenever I have like really, really intense stomach, like abdomen problems. Are you sure? Yeah, it was 100%. Afterwards, I even had the adrenaline drain shakes, you know, because like when you have a panic attack, sometimes your body gets injected with like a shit ton of adrenaline, and when you come down from one, sometimes it can make you kind of like shivery, shaky, because all of a sudden all that adrenaline is being removed from your body. There we go. It wasn't capitalism giving you existential dread. No, that's every other time. That's just a general vibe. The Black Knight can't be perpendicular to a White Rook. So hang on. Each king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a White Knight. So potentially I could put a White Knight here. And maybe the Black Knight's like, or the White Knight on the other side, or the White King on the other side. Like an ancient bag with your handprint all the way from kindergarten. God, you like digging through all your old stuff. I've still got like, my parents have a crap ton of stuff from when I was a kid. The Black Knight can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a Rook. Okay, so Rook can't be anywhere here, which means they could be in any of these other ones. White King must be diagonally adjacent to the White Pawn. So it could be there. Pawns can't be on the same column. Ah, fuck, okay. So we could... I need this to be bigger. Now use it as a lunch bag for work. Surprised it's still able to maintain a bunch of weight. Thank you for hydrate. Okay, so we put each king must be perpendicularly. Oh wait, perpendicularly adjacent to a White Knight. Oh, I misunderstood that completely. So if we do that, then this could be the White Knight. Oh god, that looks so bad. And then this could be the White King. And then I look at what that meant exactly. Even knowing what that means, I just kind of glossed over it. It's caddy corner. White King must be diagonally adjacent to a White Pawn. Oh fuck, that doesn't work either. It sounds like I may have to put the White Knight right in the center here. Or the White King right in the center if I'm gonna, he was gonna be adjacent to multiple pieces. It's in great condition, though. You know, I don't know if it's been washed in the 16 years you've had it. If you're putting food in there, yeah, I should hope you're gonna wash it. Jesus. Okay, so each king has to be perpendicularly adjacent to the White Knight. I'm gonna pretend like these other ones aren't even on the board, because they're kind of throwing things off. We're just starting over from fresh. They're irrelevant. Okay. So White Knight has to be perpendicularly adjacent to multiple. Black Knight has to be perpendicularly adjacent to a Rook. So theoretically, we could do White Knight here, which would let you do Black King, and white king. White king needs to be diagonal to the white pawn. And the white king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. Fuck. Okay, the white king has to be in the center. The white king has to be in the center. There's too many perpendiculars for the white king for him to be anywhere else. The black pieces on the board don't move. Oh, well, fuck. Okay, well, that does throw off a lot of things there for me. I wonder if it's possible to do it by moving them, though. Look, he still smells like... I remember it smells like memories in childhood. It smells like back when we all had hopes and dreams. Okay, so you do that. Could it be you can't renew? Oh, you can? Oh, okay. Well, there we go. You tried? Did you do a whole entire solution by with the idea that you could move them, and then found out you couldn't? Okay, so white. I think white knight has to be. Oh, that sucks though. Hang on. Each king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white knight. If that's the case, then the white knight can only be here. The black knight can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a rook. Okay. The white king must be diagonally adjacent to the white pawn. Pawns can't be on the same column, so it has to be one of these sides. The white king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. White rooks can't be adjacent in any way to each other. Yes. Damn. Let's see. Also, man, in my endeavors to try and find some sort of stomach relief, drinking that aloe juice, not particularly recommended. At least not plain. You can't taste it when it's mixed into like another juice or something like that. But I'm calling bullshit on the bottle saying that it has a pleasant, refreshing flavor. Tastes like medicine. So the black king, or sorry, the white king would be one of these corners. But the white king has to also be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. Well, hang on. No. Okay, hang on. No. It doesn't need to be here. Because it's not catty corner. Perpendicularly adjacent literally just means one of the cardinal directions in this specific case. So each king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white knight, which means the white knight can only be here. Which means the white king has to be one of these spaces. A king must be diagonally adjacent to the white pawn, but the pawns can't be in the same column. So the white king has to be here, because if I put him here, the pawn would have to be here. White pawn can't, yeah, perpendicularly adjacent to the white pawn. Black knight can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a rook. That's fine, that one's kind of irrelevant at this point. Black knight can't have a rook next to it. So the rooks have to be on either of these sides, which don't have a... White rooks can't be next to each other. Am I meant to duplicate the rooks? Do I have to? No, I only have one rook. So... these would be the rooks. One of them, at least, is the rook. Actually, no, that can't be. Hang on. White rooks can't be adjacent to white king. Hang on. Black knight can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a rook. Wait, that doesn't work, though. Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay. I wish I could draw on this too. This has to be the white knight. There is no other option. I can't move the black king, so it has to be a white knight because the white knight or the kings have to be perpendicularly adjacent to a white knight. So this has to be a white knight here. If the kings have to be directly adjacent to this, that means one of these has to be the white king. This can't be this can't be the white king because the white king also has to be diagonally adjacent to a white pawn. The only diagonal was right here, which can't be the white pawn because then they'd be in the same column. So this has to be the white king. One of these two has to be the white pawn. Oh, the writing and paint of this bag not faded at all. Maybe a little duller, but still fully illegible. I mean, if it's been kept out of the light and in storage, it would make sense. That's pretty much the thing that ruins color and stuff like that, is just having the sun directly on it. White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. But the white rooks can't be... How does this work then? Hang on. This is like physically impossible. Discord now? There's always been a Discord. Yeah, am I missing something? Because right now, this, even though this feels like the only options I have for these couple right here, if I put them here, the others don't work. The black knight can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a rook, but I need to have a rook. White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. That would mean these two would have to be the rook, but that doesn't work by the logic here. I can't put a rook next to the black knight. It does work? How does it work? Like, these two can't be anywhere else. It doesn't, like, the immediate logic coming off of the black king doesn't work. With the rook in the top left? Well, but it says... It says the white king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. Which means the white rook has to be one of these two. That's the only ones that are perpendicular to it. Oh, you mean label the things? Hang on. Actually, no, this one's A1. the ones kind of look like 2s because of how terrible that looks. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna use their scheme because it'll throw off with what I named them in here. Anyway, perpendicular from here is either B1 or A2. It says perpendicular, not diagonally. The king is C2. How is the king C2? It also doesn't make any sense. Okay, is there are they saying perpendicular as in it just has to be touching? As in it can touch in like any direction, so if I put something here, perpendicular in their logic is everything here? Next, okay. I don't like how they worded that then, because they do clarify it adjacent. Or sorry, not adjacent, diagonally adjacent is what I mean. Because the actual, like, perpendicular itself, it would be like, you know, horizontal and perpendicular, you know? I think that was maybe just a bad choice of word on their part. So I was like, yeah, perpendicular would be, like, if you put one in the center, it would be the cross shape, would be the perpendicular options. Diagonally adjacent means it has to be diagonal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, again, though, like I think they picked poor wording on it, because yeah, in this specific case, it's saying it's meaning that them saying diagonally specifically means it has to be diagonal, rather than, you know, something not being clarified as being a diagonal being it could be literally fucking anything that's, you know, pixel touching, you know. Okay, so that does change a lot. Alright, well now I have to change a lot of things here. It doesn't work. I mean, it would work if they had a different wordage to explain it. Okay, so we do white king there. Which ones specifically had to be diagonal? The white king must be diagonally adjacent to a white pawn. Oh no, that one can't be there. White king can't be there. The only ones that's clarified as being adjacent would be, or sorry, diagonally adjacent is the white king to white pawn. Looks like all the other ones are just perpendicular. So white rooks can't be in any of these. Or any rooks, but I only have white rooks. Rooks can't be in any of these. The pawn can only be these two and these two. White king has to be adjacent, diagonally adjacent to a pawn, which means it would, pawn would, yeah, be 3A or C1. So I'll do P question mark, P question mark. This wasn't it. Hang on. The white king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. It's gonna be in the same columns. White king must be diagonally adjacent to a white pawn. Well, I mean, I guess theoretically, if the white king was here, white pawn could go in either of those two, actually. I'm just gonna do it here just for the sake of my brain. P question mark, P question mark. So rook can't be any of these here, which means this could be a rook. Oh god. Rook. 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 White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. White rooks can't be adjacent to they can't be adjacent in any way to each other. I only have one rook though, so like does that mean I'm like duplicating a rook at some point? Like there is another one there. Anything else with a white knight? No. So that's what you did. Okay. I was gonna say it's talking like there's multiple, but ones can't be in the same column. Yeah. Okay. So if we go off of that, black knight can't be particularly adjacent to the white. So if the rooks can only be in these ones, where'd the other one go? Okay, we don't know where. Hang on. White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook, so it has to be directly near one. So it can't be this one. This one can't be a rook. Rook would have to be one of these two. So if we say if we did I mean, chess is fine. This is the if this was how chess was, I would hate it. And so white king would be one of these. Actually, no, this could still be a rook. Because they can't be next to each other, so only one of these can be a rook. So the white king can be either this one or this one. If we go off of that, then diagonally this would be the pawn, this would be the rook. I'm not engaging with the question. What does it mean? Here's hello. It's the hardest puzzle to solve in this section, though, so it'll be smooth sailing for the brain. That's good. My brain's struggling. I miss caffeine. Must be adjacent to a white knight. I don't know anything else about white knights other than that, other than they just need to be adjacent to the king. So this could be the white knight. Actually, this could be the white king, which means this is a pawn. This is a rook. Zona, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Not really. Not really. How's it going, though? No caffeine is cruel? Yeah. That's the one thing every single doctor I've seen has said. They're like, don't be drinking coffee or tea or anything like that right now. I'm like, no, please. I need it. I'm dying. So what am I missing here? One of these is a rook and one of these is another pawn. Is that the idea? Is there multiple pawns? I still have some of my super highly condensed ginger tea. I watered it down with a little bit of water when I reheated some of it the other day. It was mildly better. I made it way too condensed, though. It was like sucking on a knob of ginger. They can't be perpendicularly adjacent to a rook. I'm confused as to the... Hang on. Yeah, am I meant to duplicate another pawn? So there's two pawns? Pawns can't be in the same column? So put like a pawn here and a rook up here, maybe? So this puzzle, yeah. It's killing me. Okay, so white king. I think this will also be easier if I just put some of these in place. I can see what I'm working with. White king, let's say it was b2. White knight. Wait, no, white king was b1. Shit, hang on. The king is b1. White knight is b2. White rook, we're gonna say, is c1. White pawn. White pawn at c2. Other white pawn at a2. And then the rook at 3a. Invalid format. Chess piece file name reverted. What? Oh, I did the wrong. Oh, sorry. A3. King has escaped. Try again. Felt like it was forever. What do you mean? Oh, between streams? I mean, yeah, it's been 5 days since last stream. If I hadn't gotten sleep last night, I probably would have still had to cancel today. Like, getting a mild amount of sleep last night is kind of what saved me. Huh, okay. Where is my logic broken on here? Been too long, yeah. I hate having to, like, do stream cancellations and stuff like that, but man, I've been fucking miserable. It's so miserable. I was just saying earlier, like, I genuinely had like a full-on panic attack Sunday night. Like my stomach, I think it was just a combination of like I had a really bad headache after we finished the movie, and then the stomach issues were, you know, the abdomen issues were like really bad in particular that night, and also just the lack of sleep, and so it just made my brain freak out. But yeah, I've been to multiple doctors since then, and every single one of them is basically just like, yeah, you're probably just gonna have to wait it out. It's like, cool, thanks. Cool, thank you. Appreciate it. Get any sleep medication? No, right now the big thing is, especially the gastroenterologist specifically was like, don't put any new things in your stomach. He's just like, stop adding new elements. He's like, just, you know, if anything, you want to take things out and negate any potential problems. So the most I've taken for sleep was like a melatonin. Problem though is that it's like the issue is that like not having the stomach issues at night often requires like sitting at like a perfect 90-degree angle on my mattress, and that's horrifically uncomfortable to sleep, you know? You know, so I've had two things so far. There's one that recommended the GERD diet, and there's one that's recommended, I think it's called FODMAP. And the biggest frustration is both of those diets, despite being for the exact same thing of helping with, like, you know, horrible stomach, abdomen problems, they both contradict each other. Like, they have things that one says is okay while the other one says it's not, you know. Couch is good for that, it sucks, but I mean, and I have a, like, not a reclining pillow, but like a large back pillow that's supposed to prop you up 90 degrees. So I do have something for that, and I was using it, but yeah, it's not very conducive for sleeping. It's very difficult to sleep completely propped up, you know. Pick a diet. I'm basically just playing it safe and kind of merging them into one and avoiding any contradictions. The problem with the FODMAP one is that is the idea that you're cutting out a shit ton of things, and then you're supposed to introduce them to figure out what's causing the your problems. Except the problem for me is that nothing is specifically causing it. Like, nothing changes when I eat, right? Like, it doesn't matter what I put in my stomach. The exact same problem will always happen because it's just like constant throughout the day, right? So like the FODMAP one doesn't particularly do me any good in terms of like the logic of like why it exists, you know. Let's see. But yeah, I'm being careful with what I eat. Like, for food today, I had like a small amount of air fried broccoli and like an avocado toast, and that was what I had for dinner. Let's see. And the other day, I think I had like some veggies and some rice. Don't need broccoli. That one's mixed. That one's one that's on the FODMAP, but it's not on the GERD one. It says that broccoli is a recommended one. So, but anyway, doesn't matter though. Again, it doesn't matter. What I put in my stomach has literally changed nothing whatsoever. Like, the feeling doesn't get worse or better depending on, you know, whether I eat or what I put in my stomach. Let's see. What am I missing here? White rooks can't be adjacent to each other. That's fine. White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. Oh, okay. Well, is it because the rooks always have to be adjacent to a white king? So technically the white king has to be flanked on either side? It's hard to digest. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's the problem. Like I said, the food isn't changing anything. But in particular, like, my issue has not been what the initial claim by my ENT was, where she said like, oh, it's GERD, which is, basically kind of like an indigestion kind of thing, and like acid reflux, heartburn. I'm not experiencing that, right? Like, what I'm experiencing is directly on my stomach is just constant pressure. And like constant bloating, constant like cramp kind of feel, and that's it. Like, it's not doing anything else, right? I'm not having acid reflux. I'm not having, stuff like that happen. It's purely just that like one feel, which is not what GERD is. And again, it's not changing. It like kind of just sits there all day and all night and just doesn't go away. So it's kind of this really frustrating situation of like all the doctors are just kind of like, it could be random things. I don't fucking know. I mean, thankfully anything serious was ruled out. Like, I had the one doctor like poke around my stomach, and they're like, well, it can't be like an ulcer, because if you had an ulcer, pressing on your stomach would cause you to like flail in pain, It's like extra in the stomach, but nobody knows what it is. The problem is that all of the tests that they can do are all really invasive. Anxiety? God, I wish it was just anxiety. I've dealt with anxiety my whole life. If it was that, I would know how to deal with it by now. Yeah. Well, like, it's specifically the gastroenterologist was basically like, He was very specific. He's like, we can do the tests. He's like, if you want to do the tests, we can do them. He's like, but if I were you, I would wait. He's like, these are a lot of these tests are things that I don't expect to find anything in particular, like the one where they stick like the camera down your throat into your stomach, you know? That one in particular, like that's usually for ones where they're trying to find some like actual like physical problem, you know? And he's like, for you, he's like, I think the chances of that happening would be like 0%. He's like, but then he's like, we have to do that in order to move to the next test being the pH balance test, which involves sticking a tube down your throat and through your esophagus and dangling it into your stomach. And you have to leave it there for 24 hours in order to test the pH balance of your stomach. And so it's just like it's multiple tests that aren't particularly appealing, one of which I have to do first that, you know, seemingly is not going to provide any benefit in order to get to the next one that sounds like it's a fucking awful experience. Bothered with that one? Yeah, you hate that one? Yeah, my mom had that one done, and yeah, she was like, it sucked. God, I don't know what I'm... Okay, hang on. Yeah, do I have this right, though, where the white rooks have to be adjacent to the white king? Like, it's not just one rook, both rooks have to be adjacent to white king? Yes, okay. I assumed it just was, as long as that rule was fulfilled by even just one, that would be enough. Okay. So it does change things because I can't put... I could put the white king... that can't work though because the rook can't go here. Which means the center one has to be the king. Which means this one has to be the white knight. Or sorry, the white knight. Use the picture in a school project. Was it for like a science fair kind of thing? Okay, so then white king, this one, which means that if we go off that logic... That means this one would be the rook, and that one would be the rook, which is what I do already have. No, that can't work either. Because the pawn has to be diagonal from the white king. So this would have to be a pawn. And this would have to be a pawn, but that can't work because rooks can't be there. But like, but it doesn't quite work for... If I put the white king here, that also doesn't work. Oh wait, hang on. It could. I duplicated the pawns, but I don't necessarily have to duplicate the pawns. I've kind of created backward logic for myself by doing that. Ooh, that's chunky. If I do the white knight here, this would be a pawn. This would be a rook. Well, no, that also can't work. Because black knight can't be adjacent to a rook. If the rook has to be adjacent to... White king must be perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. There is only one white rook? White rooks can't be adjacent. That doesn't make any sense. Hang on, this rule doesn't make any sense then. Hang on, what? Perpendicular adjacent to a white. Have I just like fucked up my logic by duplicating these ones? I'm gonna delete these and pretend like they're not here. Where's C2? This one. Oh, ad. All right. Burp, real quick. We will do ads and we'll come back and do this for another fucking 3 hours. Burp. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, hey, hi.
What was a dead body doing in there? Hey, you. You better be getting this on tape.
Don't mind me. Slender lady doesn't see me. There we go. I can hear more though. Why did that flick up like that? Oh god, hello. Oh, wait. Huh. What a shithead. 07048. What a dickhead. You little troll. Did he write that? Was that part of his plan? You know exactly. I don't. I mean, I know what you're talking about, Wishbone, but Wishbone just was a normal dude's voice. So I don't know why you keep saying that. Wishbone was just voiced by a guy. He had like just a normal ass dude's voice. Okay. I got exactly yawn. I'm gonna sippy. Crime and punishment, barf barf. Magical homeless person? No, they weren't really magical. They didn't do anything magic. In fact, they had guns, which is like the least magic thing they could have had. They had the exact opposite of magic. They had guns. 824. Oh, what inhuman early time is this? You know what I love first thing in the morning? They stole my shrimp! The aliens abducted my shrimp! What? What? No! So, if my theory is correct... Bellow back. Okay. I'm logicking. This has to be a pawn. I think I screwed myself over by duplicating the pawn. But such a bit in favor. which means this has to be the White King. What would be this? I won't read that one out loud, but Jesus Christ, man. Unfortunately, yeah, that those types of dudes do exist. And I'm glad you did the self-respecting thing and block them. That sucks that that happened. Unfortunately, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the literally exact same problem that a lot of women have too, where it's like, oh, I just wanted to be friends, and then suddenly you get like a fucking unsolicited dick pic. You finally made a male friend? Yeah, it's a shame. Gotta keep trying though. There was a joke in the Malcolm in the Middle reboot about basically that exact same thing happening, where the main character, or not the main character, main character's daughter, thought she was becoming really good friends with the dude, and like they were chatting a whole lot, and then just randomly while they were at like his or her grandparents' marriage anniversary celebration or whatever, he starts asking for like boob pics. And so her way of getting back at him was basically to screenshot it and send it to his mom and everyone at school. What goes here then? Or is this just blank? Am I just overthinking it? It's okay to be blank, I don't have to fill that one in? So if I redo this... Oh, shit. Oh. Restore. 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 Okay. Oops. White King was B1. White Rook. C1. And I need to duplicate this one as A3. Because that one is specified. There are specifically 2 white rooks. That is very clear. It does not say 2 white pawns. C2 and A2. What would be in the center? I need another piece that I would duplicate, but what would I put there? It wouldn't even matter if my combination is wrong or correct here. Like, I don't know what else I would duplicate. We don't have a bishop or anything like that. It's not like we just have this random wild piece. I don't know. What am I missing? None of the other ones clarify specifically a double piece other than white rooks. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what to place there. Black rook? I don't have a black rook. I duplicated my 2 white rooks. Black knight. I mean, we got a black knight there. I can't move that one. Especially if, like, the puzzle's supposed to result in a thing that ends with the Black Knight being taken, then technically a bishop being in the center would be the correct thing, but we don't have a bishop. None of the other ones are clarifying having multiple. I've used all of my pieces. Gonna be the same color. Perpendicularly adjacent to a white rook. And this should be okay because it says to a white rook, not to both white rooks. So it only needs to be adjacent to one white rook. Maybe 2 white knights? It doesn't imply that I need 2 of them, though. To get to a white knight. Yeah, I mean, I'll try it, because at this point I don't know what else to fucking do. C2. Okay, I mean, that's right, but I don't know how I was supposed to figure that. Oh, well, I wanted to read through it again, but never mind, I guess. There we go. Process of elimination. Yeah, I guess that was my only option there, because yeah, the text didn't seem to mention anything like that. Although, yeah, we had the bishop here. Reflection of a bishop is inverting its colors. So there is a bishop. That would have been the piece that I would have assumed would have been the correct one for that centerpiece there. Okay, so I got like a little thing in my inventory. I missed the message where it said that was. There it is. Chess head figure. It's missing its wheel. I mean, I can't imagine it would be that wouldn't make sense if it was missing its wheel. Is there something missing? Something else around here? I can't remember how I transferred items here. There's nothing. Oh, it has nothing else to offer. Oh.
Whoa, lost you for a bit there. Everything is fine, don't worry.
Okay, what did that do, though? Take the sunken ship and an empty fishing hook. On closer look, the hook looks as if it once had a lure attached to it. Need to find a lure. Oh, that's right. I still have this issue where I got all this crap here. I can't open anything because of all these things being open. Yeah, I need to close so many more windows. Text. I see text. There's text back there. Well, now it's gone. Piss off. No, come back. Oh, I cannot read that. I think it's just the band thing. Yeah, oh, okay. Well. Let's see, we did all these, right? No, I said C, not Siri. Thank you. Okay. My thought is Inanna would be the thing that does it. What is that? There's no recycle bin though. What do you mean? None of them have a recycle bin. Oh, this one has a waste bin. There's nothing in there, though. Oops. There has to be, apparently not. Theseus the Eternal. Which that was what opened up that. Just an empty recycle bin. If this was on here, my thought would have been to drag these into the recycle bin, but... I can't do anything here. That's just actual game settings. Yeah, I literally can't do a single thing on this one. Yeah, my thought was that maybe there would be like those photos on this profile that I could drag into the waste bin and then burn them, but does not appear to be the case. Delete the recycle bin? Let's see. Good properties. That's about it. I can't even copy, I can't duplicate it either. And like bring it into another thing. There's nothing I can do here. Need the wheel. There's nothing there. Connection. We're in next rooms. That's what this one is. It's gotta be this. You should know which magic word to use. I mean, I'm assuming it's just Inanna. What other magic word is there? I mean, I can't do anything on or anything else here, unless something else like opened up after completing the chest thing. But actually, I can't do anything else. It's just this. We saw this already, I believe. I don't remember what it was, but I think I remember messing with this. Yeah, it's just someone being hung. Inventory max. I did. There's. It's just empty. Even with hidden files. What was there was the head that we placed there. That's all that. What was the point of the bishop in the mirror then? Can only be found in another realm. Weird, because we didn't place a bishop. I can't take the book. You looked at the code? Yeah, go ahead, hit me with it. You get a hell of it. And then what? Because this is kind of where we're stuck here. Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of did a thing. I can't. Oh, I can open that. Gotcha. Okay. I didn't think I could open the window because it's literally been telling me I can't open things. None of these have things on them. What year? 1997? No? These other ones have years. They asked me to stop using the computer. Why? The screen says year 2007, but if I say something about it, they tell me it's correct and I don't understand why. Is it just 2007? I think that's a really direct answer. No. Oh! Yeah, it did just populate. When did that happen? The title wasn't there. What did I click on that made it do that? Oh, opening up the text file did it. Ah, okay. The systems ran out of memory. It filled up due to intrusiveness. To proceed, you must say goodbye. Stay out of my home. Where is Walter? Is something with him? There we go. So now if I go back to Maximus... Fire burns nothing? Oh. I mean, is that not what that password does? Empty recycle bin. Do I... Oops. There's also all these. Hang on. Did I open this? Have I seen these already? I mean, I know these are from a past thing. Nothing's changed here? I don't remember. It's been too long. also the waste bin's empty. Because, yeah, we did this with the arrows pointing. We must... Oh, weird. What? Hang on. So the original state? No. Source code. You can find the sunken ship where memories are stored. Memories are stored in the chronologue? Was to log into the thing. Memories are stored. Oh, memory lane. Yeah, this feels like we're just redoing this puzzle again. Did we do it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. This is the thing where we lined them up like here. Huh. Yeah, this is open already. Oh, here we go. It's a separate waste bin. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. Okay, now can I burn them? There we go. There's stuff in there now. There we go. Thank you for hydrate. Inanna. The painting on the wall shakes vigorously. That's not how you spell vigorously, right? Is that not a tango? That's V-I-G-O-U-R is vigor, is it not? You cover your eyes as experience tells you that this canvas could or should burst into flames. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's just I mean, either way. Point being, it's spelled wrong. However, it's the recycle bin inside or besides you that turns into a bonfire. Whatever files, photos, or memories hidden inside are now lost forever. However, something gleams between the cinders at the bottom of the bin. If you could reach for it, you'd be covered in soot, but the bin is not available in your current realm. No matter, it's not the first time you've emerged from the ashes. Okay. So... does it mean I can go back to... where we restored it from? Here, didn't we? There we go. Guess you never make mistakes. Nope. There we go. Okay, that got sent back to here. There we go.
Whoops. Okay. I think Desktop Explorer wasn't originally designed to be present at this many profiles at the same time. Better take things slower.
There we go. And then that gives us that. The fish games, they're okay. Oh! We'll have to do the new About Fishing demo when we play all the different demos too, now that it's been updated again. NextOS has triggered safe mode due to stability issues. Potentially unstable software processes have been disabled temporarily. See the good ones like this. Yeah, I hate roulette. Yeah. Okay, I can't rename these. These are all errors. Everything is my fault. It's ironic that this realization has not come from my life's work, but from speaking with Layla one last time. The only thing I needed to hear all along was her voice. I wish it had been you. I do believe there's a lot we don't know about our own soul. My search for it, tainted by my ego, has broken our daughter's spirit. I broke our daughter. It's only logical that this has broken me. I've never been good with words. I theorized this project to be a way to understand it all. Life is filled with pain, and through this pain I expected to peel away all of the complexities that make us human. I know that I have never understood anyone. If what I learned so far is to be of any use, this life is not the end, but part of something grander. Whatever that is, Maxine is out there as a result of my own desires. I do not think we will meet there, nor do I deserve it. I will leave this world in silence and be a burden to no more. No matter how many times it was asked of me, I could never utter the words for apologizing as I never felt them true. I write not expecting forgiveness, but as evidence of my wholehearted regret. To Layla and my dearest Lovelace, Maxine, I am truly sorry. Okay. Oh. Can't start because the DLL is missing from your computer. Try reinstalling the program to fix this problem. Update? Don't connect to the network. Just uninstall. Uninstall everything. Invalid option. Do I have to like select something to... Whoop. Do I have to select something to... Why does it keep doing that? Like closes that down. So it can't do the repair. Repair tool can't start because the DLL is missing from your computer. Try reinstalling the program to fix this problem. Reinstall what program? The module manager? Nothing else I can do there. This is the point where you just shut it down. Can't rename those to try and fix them. There's no option to reinstall that. ssgrp46.dll is missing from your computer. That's just nothing anywhere. It just opens that again. Oh, that's just that. Bin files? No? What do you mean reinstall? How do I reinstall it? It's unable to update and uninstall was a invalid option. Oh, hang on, I just spelled it wrong. Uninstall. Fucking spelled it wrong. Uninstalling will result in file corruption. Destructive changes will be permanent, cannot be reverted. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Wow, some big typo. God, it was such a complicated word, though. There's so many letters.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Hey, Yuppie. Hello again. This is the computer safe mode. Next OS triggers it when a fatal exception has occurred.
alright, bye.
I see you found Desktop Explorer's compiler files. These are not things to be playing with. You just deleted Emmett Saunders' module. Nobody will be able to see his last words ever again thanks to you. Nothing of value is lost, really.
Fuck off.
What do you say we go back to your profile? I can restore whatever file you're looking for.
Restoring redacted conversation. It's not my fault. I hate you. This is a new low, even for you. Everything presented to you is evidenced by your computer behavior. What do you mean by new low?
Riddle me this, robot. What would my parents do if I ran away?
Reconsider their marriage. Remember you as an artist. Live on in peace. Damn.
If I disappeared all of a sudden, I know Dad would freak out. Oh, you're his program, right? I might as well be speaking to him. Dad, am I this insufferable or that insufferable? Would you not look for me?
What? God damn it.
I'm going to prove your computer wrong, Dad. I will only come back if you look for me. I know you will.
Max, please, I'm trying to read these.
Dad, I'll be using the username Max Lovelace in all my accounts. Only you called me by that stupid nickname. I love you, okay? But why?
You're being very brave. Go ahead, then. Your dad is the reason all this happened. Goodbye, Maxine Sounder. Why don't we throw in a word of rap? There we go.
Dad, if you're going to look for me, please look for the username Max Lovelace. I will only create accounts with that name until you contact me. I will wait for you for whatever time you need. I will flood the computer with copies of this note so it's impossible you miss it. I want to believe. This program isn't you. I need to do this to be sure. Please, Dad. If Mom doesn't believe in you, that's her problem. Show all of us. Show me that you care. Your daughter, Maxine.
He bullied his daughter into not pursuing her passion. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so that's still the same thing. And I'm not connecting to the internet, so it's not gonna do that, right? Yeah.
User Maximus will result, or uninstalling from Maximus will result in permanent corruption of user data. Next OS user profile Maximus will be removed from system. Destructive changes will be permanent, cannot be reverted. I can help you, Guppy. Are you sure you want to continue? Can you, though? Can you? If you delete a user's module, you know.
Oh, it's this again. Wait, why did it bring this back up again? Oh, there we go.
These are the files from your Uncle Hal. They were compromising his quality of life by clinging to the past. He had to forget.
You take throwing the PC into the computer. It's the Parks and Rec meme of what's his face taking the computer out back and chucking it in the dumpster.
I finally found my fishing logbook. I thought I had worn it away after we lost Walter.
Or thrown it away. Jesus Christ, I can't speak.
I couldn't stand seeing things that we used to share. Even being in the same room with them made me cry so much. The doctor suggested to use the logbook again as a personal journal. In the last visit, we wrote a bedtime story for Gwen as a therapeutic exercise. It made me think of my life and how grateful I am despite all that has happened. I used to think that Maxine resented me for my relationship with her mother. My biggest regret is not standing for it, or standing for her even if Layla would hate me for it. I can't make the same mistake with Gwen. Lil Guppy will always be cared for. I will always stand for her. I used to think that losing Walter would be the end of me. Even after the trial, it is still very hard to withstand the guilt. It was an accident. I know my brother would forgive me. It's the first time I write this, I hope to remember and write it more often. I forgive myself. It's hard to continue and acknowledge my progress, but realizing this is half the fight, is it not? The Stingray Shade by Hal Waters. Once upon a time, a black spot moved beyond the shore. It was the Stingray's back. He always swam at the ocean floor. I looked for a family, but couldn't find others like him. He looked for other fish, any who were in the same need. One day, a beautiful little koi fish asked the stingray for help. "I can't stand the sun, would you be my aid?" And so the stingray did. It swam above and covered the beautiful little koi fish with shade. His new friend was overjoyed, and so the stingray swam even higher. This time, he covered all the koi fish around. However, the other fish preferred the sunlight. They argued, complained, and eventually dispersed. The beautiful little koi fish was left alone. The stingray left, afraid to make a bigger mess. So dramatic, Dad. Or stepdad. Another day, 2 goldfish asked the stingray for help. "The sun is too bright. Could you give us cover?" Uncle Hal, that's okay. Uncle Hal. Still, I mean, he was getting in with our mom. Close enough. And so the stingray remembered. The stingray wanted to help, but did not want to cause trouble. This time, he swam closer. When the goldfish thanked him, the stingray swam as close as he could. But the oldest goldfish couldn't see very well. It swam to the ground, eventually lost in sand and rubble. The smallest goldfish was left alone. This time, however, the stingray knew what he needed to do. He would stay near the goldfish. He would be his family. It wouldn't swim too far, that could be annoying. It wouldn't swim too close, that could be threatening. Always above the little goldfish. Not too far, not too close. The little goldfish thanked the stingray. "You saved me. I always feel safe when you're with me." The stingray laughed and thanked back. "Little one, you made me find my place in the sea." Once upon a time, a black spot moved on the ocean's depths. It was the stingray's shade, always following the goldfish's trail. He had found a family, someone to care for. But it was the goldfish who saved the stingray from ever feeling alone. The end. Goodbye, Unky.
I helped every single one of them beat their nature. Yours is meddling with things beyond your control. You'll make everything worse.
You'll forever regret this, Guppy. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes.
You need to learn to let go. You can't have everything under control.
What? It's fine. All right, now just take out the hard drive and put a big old magnet on top of it. New entry. Then the compactor lobby. Guppy's final detective log. Enough time has passed. I feel like I owe it to myself to write on Chronolog one last time. It's funny how even though Desktop Explorer is no longer tracking my actions, I'm still a little scared to write about everything so openly. Oh, excuse me. I've been thinking a lot about what legacy means. Even if Emmett was motivated by something as selfish as that at the beginning, I can't shake the feeling that we're all haunted by similar ghosts. How will we be remembered? By our guilt of past mistakes? Our fear of rejection? Whatever my uncle, Max, or Emmett needed was never going to be found on a computer. It was all an accident, and no one is to blame in the end. Even if Desktop Explorer deleted so many of their personal notes, their thoughts at the time, all of those memories live within me. What matters most is what I do with them now. Post them on the internet. Happy 2015. Happy New Year's. Hope you're doing all right. Yo, Guppy, just wanted to check about the trip next week. Hey, Max, still on. The plan is to meet at Uncle Hal's and drive down to the lake. Gotcha. I'll bring my own my old CDs. Oh, hey, Gup. On my way to Hal's. See you in a bit. Better not forget the sweaters. We did it. It only took a whole extra week and constant pain and suffering and getting no sleep. Where was this made? I'm noticing a trend with the names. Thank you for hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for head pat. It was made in Latin America? Okay. Do we know specifically where? Oh, there's a fast forward. Desert Latin American, but some are in California, others elsewhere in Latin America. Oh, gotcha. I mean, it makes sense, especially if like they're in like specifically Mexico or something like that. Pretty easy to be interconnected. Mexico's one, yeah. Pretty easy to be interconnected. That one's fairly common. What is this? External asset credits. Oh, like the photos they use. The Fernie hole. Stegosaurus undulates. This is like the one game we played where like one of the sound effects was like child devours flesh unknown or something like that. It was one of the names of one of the sound effects they used. Pursued the soundtrack is genius. Yeah, I like all the like kind of very like underground grungy sounding music that they were using. Which needs to be hide all the time for everything. Wow, we did it. Did you if you haven't seen it yet, that one trailer I posted on the Discord, it's a game that I'm not particularly interested in, but the music goes so hard for as simple as that trailer was. Did hear a good soundtrack. Let's see. And there we go. What did I miss? Let's see. What did we miss? They're all hidden. I can't see what the achievements are. I wanted to see what kind of like secrets I missed. It says locked achievements. Read all of the past users' chronolog entries. How did I miss that? Hang on, let's see. Steam achievements. I know there's websites that let you see them all. Yeah, apparently I missed a chronolog. Desktop Explorer. Okay. I missed. Oh, hang on. Is there a way to like show them when they're hidden like this? Because it's still hiding the secrets. Okay, that doesn't have any details to it. Cool, cool, cool. This website is useless to me. Desktop Explorer. Okay. I missed. Let's reveal all of these. I got the achievement for... Oh, wait, no, hang on. Attempt to embody the security guard. I don't know what that means. I got the one for trying to blame it on the security guard. Oh, no, okay, that is the one. That's the same one. So I got that one. There's Clever Girl. I see what you're trying to do. I don't believe is one I have. Yeah, I'm missing all these purple ones. I'm missing This Is Not Your Computer. What Would Your Uncle Think? Power to the People. Create an Army of Pawns. And then Kojami Code. Old School Easter Egg Hunt. So I definitely missed those. So I missed 4 of those. Which would account for some of those. But I'm missing 7. I pet the dog, so I got that one. I'm missing Lore Master. What is Neat Freak? Oh, Neat Freak would have been when cleaning the tank, the animal tank. So I'm missing that one. I'm missing Example Quest, whatever that is. As someone likes to be thorough. I think those are the ones I'm missing. So yeah, they're all like the more obscure ones, is what it is. Getting little like quirky Easter egg kind of things. Okay, so I didn't miss anything very important. I didn't. Well, other than apparently a chronologue, but anyway, that's fun. That was good. Other than we got stuck multiple times, and obviously I've said like there's certain rewordings I would have done on some of the puzzles to clarify what specifically they were trying to say, but I think overall it was still really good. It's still fun. Some difficult ass puzzles, that's for sure. You got the Neat Freak one, of course you did. But yeah, did they hang on? Was this their first game, or have they ever done the other ones? Let's see. It looks like that's the first game. Well, I guess we'll find out how their future endeavors go, because this has been doing pretty well. They're sitting at almost 1,600 reviews on Steam, which is pretty fucking good for an indie game. It's pretty rare for an indie game to get that many reviews, especially one as niche as this. This is a very, very niche game. So at the very least, they're doing very well. They're doing very well. And it's still sitting at overwhelmingly positive, so fingers crossed. We'll see what they do. We'll see where they go. Anyways, I need to go pass out, man. I've been like semi-conscious this entire stream. You know what sucks the most? I mentioned this earlier on the Discord, but not being able to do my ADHD medication, which was actually seemingly starting to work. And I was actually starting to get like different projects, like not done, but like I was getting work done on different projects. And like I had started working on the like the model debut video and like the date announcement and everything like that. And then all this happened, and now it's like I haven't been able to do fucking anything. God. Sorry, weak in humor, yeah. I hate being unproductive. That's one of the biggest issues with the ADHD stuff.
But this has been so much worse when it's like I felt like I was feeling like I could finally focus for once, and then it was ripped out of my hands by my own stomach. I'm not going to spoil it, but I could screenshot of fucking the fact that the project file is right there. I just can't show you what's in it because it'll spoil what the stupid dumbass gimmick is. It's really stupid. Moss can also back me up on that one. I sent it to her to verify that it was stupid and ridiculous. It's a really dumb idea. It's so fucking dumb. I'm gonna do it because it is dumb and it makes me laugh. But it's really fucking stupid. So stupid. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go pass out. But we will do normal Sunday stream, because at the very least I got sleep last night, so I'm hoping it's going to be a more consistent thing, that I'm going to be able to get a little more sleep from now on. So assuming that doesn't change, we should be okay for starting 7th Guest, which I would like to do because I picked that up specifically to play this week. So will we? Yes, we will in fact. Shithead. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate, as always, stopping by, even if it was just for a little bit, and even though we hadn't had to keep canceling streams, but we will do Sunday, and then hopefully we can do some of the demos. I'd like to play the updated all our broken parts and stuff like that. I really want to play that, actually. Now that I've said that, I really want to. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye.